Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan, Ford, Vanderbilt. These are all names you're probably familiar with, not just because of the wealth they created while they were living, but because of their ability to pass it on from one generation to the next. You see, their names will never be forgotten because their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on will continue to benefit from their wealth with almost no chance of it ever going away because it continues to grow. So, how did they do it? Trusts. That's right. By properly creating a series of trusts, they were able to virtually eliminate taxes and protect their assets, while being able to build, live, and leave a legacy, all at the same time. This is exactly why MWR has created our Trust My Assets program. Before now, trusts, the knowledge of how they work, and their benefits have typically been limited to just the wealthy elite. Why? Because most experts charge tens of thousands of dollars to structure them properly, eliminating the masses. Most wealthy families only pass this information on to other family members, and the average consumer typically doesn't have access to the experts needed to structure them properly. However, thanks to MWR, you now have access to all the trusts you'll need, experienced experts to structure them properly, and you'll now be able to enjoy the benefits at a price you can afford. In the words of Nelson Rockefeller, your goal should be to own nothing but control everything. Trust My Assets gives you the ability to do just that, providing the maximum amount of protection for your assets against creditor collections, lawsuits, judgments, liens, and a whole lot more. What you don't own can never be taken from you. And with Trust My Assets, your trusts will now own your assets, but you still have total control over all of them. But that's not all. Taxes are our biggest expense as Americans, and believe it or not, our tax system in the U.S. is completely voluntary. However, once you complete that first W-4 for your first job, you volunteered to participate, and the only way out is through trusts. This is a key benefit of being in business with MWR. Think about it. W-2 employees pay the highest taxes of 28 to 37%. We help them become business owners to reduce that tax liability down to 18 to 22%. We then help them become investors to reduce the tax on that income down to 10 to 15%. And last but not least, we help them establish trusts so they can shift their tax liability to their trust at a rate of 0 to 5%. Imagine making $100,000 per year, and instead of giving $20,000 to $30,000 or more to the IRS, you are able to only have to pay $5,000 or less. What would you do with that extra money year after year? These are just a few of the many ways Trust My Assets can benefit you and your family. However, one of the most important benefits is your ability to pass your legacy on from one generation to the next, without ever having to worry about your family dealing with probate or taxes on the assets you leave behind. If your ultimate goal in life is to leave an inheritance to your children's children, then Trust My Assets gives you everything you need to make it happen. So, what are you waiting for? Get back to the person that provided you with this information and find out how MWR can help you trust your assets today.
They don't know how we're really pulling back the curtains, right? And showing people the things that they never taught you in schools. They don't really know how we're multiplying our money. They don't know how we're getting double digit returns, how we're buying assets, how we're making high five figures a day in some instances, and how some people are actually walking off of their job. So I'm going to record real quick so you guys can get a copy of this. Again, you can go to our website, howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com, if you want to see this live and share this with your people. My name is Brian Bean. I am excited to talk to you guys today about the Wealth Syndicate and Make Wealth Real. The company Make Wealth Real is doing just that. We're showing people the things they'll never ever teach you in schools. I won't get into conspiracy theories because I don't believe in them, but I do know that if you are not, what's the word? Let's say well versed on finances and how to get wealthy, then other people benefit off your lack of knowledge. So what I'm going to do real quick is just show you guys the things they never taught you: how to multiply, how to increase, how to create, and how to protect your money. That's right, because to be honest with you, it's your money. How do you make it grow? Money's a tool. It's supposed to work for you. How do you protect the assets that you create and literally live a legacy and leave a legacy? We've been taught you just got to leave a legacy. And basically that means that, when you're dead and gone, somebody else will benefit. No, what about traveling the world now? What about multiplying your money now? What about having time, freedom, flexibility, options, and choices right now? That's what we show you guys how to do. And we do it using basic wealth principles. They say what they say in Rome, do as the Romans do. Well, wealthy people just do things a little bit different. They put their money in different places. They have a different philosophy about money. They have a different philosophy like own nothing, control everything. Rockefeller told you that himself. But a lot of us know these things, but how do you actually implement them? So let me show you guys what I mean. This is not a hard concept. In fact, it's very simple to understand. Once you get this, you'll never, ever, ever look at money the same. I want you guys to understand, first of all, I make no guarantees. I'm not here to sell you any pipe dreams or false dreams. You got to put the work in. But once you understand these rules, it all can happen for you at the same time. One thing we all have in common is we know that money is important in this country. It's right up there with oxygen. You need it to live. I don't care if you're self-employed. I don't care if you're a business owner. I don't care if you're already rich. I don't care if you're an athlete, a rapper, or entertainer. I don't care if you work a job. One thing everybody in this country has in common, and this is by design: we don't know what to do with the money. It's not as hard as people think. We just don't know what to do with it. Why? Because they don't want you to know what to do with it, because if you do that, then you become dangerous. You start creating wealth for yourself. You start creating wealth for your loved ones. You start doing things that you never thought would be imaginable. And when you do that, then people can no longer take advantage of you. Why is that? Because most people that are wealthy, they understand a few basic things. They understand cash flow. They understand generational wealth. They understand asset accumulation. They understand multiple streams of income. I don't know about you guys, but I had a degree from Morehouse. I wasn't taught these things. Nobody sat me down and told me the difference between positive and negative cash flow. Nobody taught me that my money was a tool and $1 is supposed to bring back 10. Nobody taught me multiple income streams. I know about multiple income puddles, but nobody taught me about multiple streams. And the minute I learned that I can get all of these things in one place, my net worth shot through the roof. And guess what? You guys are in that place right now. We're going to show you all these things that most of us never, ever, ever learn. Rooms that most of us will never, ever be in. You're going to be in those rooms. Why? Because Make Wealth Real is pulling back the curtains. We are by far the best kept secret, but not for long. That's not something we brag and boast on. It's something that we want you to understand that the timing is perfect. How can you have a company that's about approaching 5 years old, and only a few of us are taking advantage of it, while the rest of us just kind of watch it? How can you have a company that's creating millionaires right before your eyes? Only a few of us know about it, and the rest of you guys are just watching. Well, it's simple. You haven't seen it yet. Tonight is the first night that a lot of you guys have seen it, and I'm gonna prove to you by showing you everything in black and white so you understand. Before you leave, you're gonna know everything there is to know. Mr. Brian House is the owner and CEO of the company. This is his fourth multi-million-dollar company. Now, let me ask you guys a question. When somebody has made millions and they have a habit of doing it again and again and again, They usually know something about money. He says, you know what? I want to ride off into the sunset, right? Not get any younger. I have children, I'll have grandchildren, and I want to make sure that their legacy is set. So why don't I go ahead and document the process and show people how wealth actually is done? So he put together a whole staff from the IT division to the marketing division to the customer service to our vice president, hundreds of years of experience collectively, debt-free company, ground floor opportunity that's showing people exactly what to do. Now, you may want to ask yourself, okay, how are you guys making all this money? Well, think about it. To make a lot of money, you got to be in a big industry. The industry has to be something that people can make hundreds of millions of dollars. And guess what? A crumb off this plate is a buffet for you. I want y'all to write that down. When you got a $58 billion industry, if crumbs fall off this plate, that's enough for your whole family. The promoter industry is worth billions of dollars. Why? You already do it, and you do it for free, guys. When you share something on TikTok, you're promoting. I just don't think you realize that. When you share something on Instagram, you're promoting. When you share something on Facebook, you're promoting. When you tell me about a movie and I go watch it, you promoted the movie. When's the last time somebody gave you a royalty check or a residual check for recommending a new TV show, recommending a movie, for sharing a reel? The influencer might get paid. When's the last time you got paid? What we do is simple. We promote and get paid. We promote a wealth club membership with everything that most people need in one spot, and then we pay you every single day. And guess what? I'm gonna show you this in a second. We get paid multiple different ways, one of which is twice a day. Yeah, it gets pretty serious. I'm gonna show you guys the proof is in the pudding. Guess what this is? This is the pudding. So if you got movies, documentaries, restaurants you promoting, reels you promoting, memes, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, you promote it. Why don't you promote something that's going to put some money back in your pocket, like a Wealth Club membership? Why don't you allow your friends and family to know that they no longer have to be in this money game by themselves? See, let's be clear. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are. Why not have a staff of experts watching your back? Let's get the debt eliminated. Let's get uninterrupted compound interest. If you're renting, let's own a home. Let's get the credit scores up. We even have things that people don't think about, like student loan counseling, right? Where we help you get the number one thing that causes most people to be in debt forever off your back in record time. What about extra legal help, where you may need to talk to an attorney at a discount and just get some guidance in the areas that normally cost, thousands of dollars? Let me say this to you guys before I show you how inexpensive this is. Everything on that screen teach you how to set up a trust fund. I know this for a fact. A lady quoted me $40,000 to set up one trust fund. Now I have 4 with the discounts provided in Make Wealth Real's membership. I have 4. A lady was going to charge me 40 grand for one. I got the same thing for pennies on the dollar because I'm in this room. What about an 820 credit score that I have now because of Make Wealth Real? My credit score was a 734. They took it to a 777 and now an 820. What about because of Make Wealth Real, I'm in a 5% tax bracket. That means now 0 to 5% taxes instead of 40%. I'm in the top 5 income earners. I'm in the top 5% of income earners in the country, and I'm in the 0 to 5% tax bracket because of this membership. You guys are now getting exposed for pennies on the dollar. You now can participate. Here's what I tell people. If you have a car and it breaks down, you call a mechanic. You don't always try to fix it yourself. You got to have a certain skill set. If you get in legal trouble, you call an attorney. If you get in trouble with the law, you call a police officer. Finances, we run from help because you've been trained not to admit that you need it. Now, for those who don't need it and you're already set, what about protecting it? You ever wonder how the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, the Carnegies, the Fords, the Firestones, the Winfrey, how these guys make sure that their families never, ever, ever go broke? It's because they put their money in certain places. Whereas we trying to get a 401k, IRA, invest in cryptocurrency, we're trying to build wealth with our own knowledge. Have a team. I want you to put that in the chat. Have a team. For $149 a month, you now, on average, have a membership that, on average, the membership brings back $2,000 a month. That's on average. You say, wait, how in the world is that? Well, let's look at this for a second, right? Before I dive deeper. If my credit scores, for example, went from a 734 to a 777 to an 820, don't you think a lot of my interest rates came down now when I use leverage and borrow money? If my taxes on average for the average person increase or decrease, and my cash flow increased by $300 to $600 per month just in the tax division, because now I got enrolled agents helping me, do you think my cash flow went up? If I'm now getting uninterrupted compound interest because I'm putting my money where the banks are putting the money, and now I can get uninterrupted interest, borrow money from myself, pay the money back on my own terms, and instead of the bank giving me 1%, I now rate a return on my money. Don't you think the 149 is worth it? Individually, these things would be thousands of dollars to speak to professionals who are doing this stuff. 149 collectively, and I didn't even tell you about the keys to home ownership. I haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah, let's dive deeper. A renter's average net worth, $2,000. A homeowner's average net worth, a renter is $5,000 net worth. A homeowner's average net worth, $200,000. We help renters become homeowners by walking them step by step to the keys to home ownership. What about when you go into a bank and you see FDIC? The I stands for insurance. So banks are basically making sure that their money is insured, which is why they can give you 1% back. What about you making sure that your money in future is insured, and just go ahead and bypass the middleman and put the money where the bank is putting it anyway? In other words, guys, if it's safe enough for your money to be in Wells Fargo, in Chase, in Bank of America, wouldn't it be safe enough to put your money where the bank is getting the money from that pays you? A DCA, diversified cash flow account, is like a savings account on steroids. We give you access. A private reserve account has the long-term effect that you wish you had with an IRA or a 401k, but guess what? It doesn't ride the up and down roller coaster of the stock market. I can have $100,000 in my private reserve account, borrow $17,000 to buy my son a car, but it doesn't drop down to $83,000. It acts as if the $100,000 is still there, even though I'm leveraging 17. And I can pay myself back on my own terms, or not at all. You ever thought about how wealthy people don't put money at risk? They don't play games with the up and down the stock market when they got billions of dollars. They put their money where it's safe. These are the things that 149 most valuable real estate in the world is in Southern California. We always say God is not making any more land. When you get a minute, go check out Antelope Valley, California. We get wholesale discounts on land that our strategic partners purchased years ago. Now, let me give you a news flash. In real estate, this is called being in the way. when a developer or a builder or the Olympics, hint, hint, coming to Antelope Valley in 2028, not 2024, not next year, 5 years from now, Southern California is where the Olympics will be housed. They don't just pick anywhere to host the Olympic Games. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. We hosted the Olympic Games in 1997, 96. I was a freshman I was a sophomore at Morehouse College. Never forget, our whole city got a makeover. What if your land in Southern California, in Antelope Valley, is right in the middle of this growth, and you got the deed to the property 5 years in advance? Do you know what can happen to the value of your land when you see all the development happening around it? That's the kind of access you get with this membership. What about having your money secure and protected where you create unlimited wealth? Because from now on, every generation from you down now has their money in a trust, but not just any trust, a complex trust that only a few people even know how to underwrite. See, after a while, you'll learn something about this country. They teach you in schools what they want to teach you. Get a W-2, get an IRA, get a job, get a 1099. Very few people teach you what's passed down from people that are some of the wealthiest in the country. This is what our experts show you how to do for pennies on a dollar. And you mean to tell me $149 is what you're trying to decide whether or not you can part with, when the rest of your life can change as a result of that same investment? Okay, let me prove it. Let's look at Charles and Judith Ivory. Now, Charles and Judith just finished literally building their dream home. It's over 6,000 square feet with a 2,500 square foot detachment. The crazy thing is Charles did not have a job before he joined this business, not because he wasn't working. COVID, as we all know, the pandemic sent ripple effects to our economy, so he didn't have a job. When they called him after the pandemic and said, come back, we got something for you, he was like, never mind, I'm good. I'm building my dream house. It's got a 2,500 square foot detachment. The house he has now is paid for with cash. Paid for, he's got the deed. He has 2 parcels of land. He and his lovely wife, Miss Cookie Ivory, have 2 parcels of land in California. They are both infinite bankers. That means they've now become their own bank, and they make 5 figures per month. He didn't have a job. 3 short years ago when we first signed up for Make Wealth Real. All of this is possible because of the membership cash. Make Wealth Real allowed him to increase his credit score 128 points and make over 5 figures per month, How? Because he's a promoter of the business. See, when you have no debt, you tend to want to tell people you love. 0 debt. When you have a brand new car and you don't have a car note, people tend to ask you, what in the world are you doing? When you get your second vacation home in South Florida, but you live in North Carolina, people tend to want to know what you're doing. It's not hard, guys. It's not rocket science. We show people the membership full of all these resources, and they either want it or they don't. We're not convincing. We're not begging. We're not persuading. We're not following up 52 times. We show what we got, and a person that wants the resources can pick out of this bucket what they need that best suits them. If they're already wealthy, hey, you need the complex trust. You need the DCA, you need the PRA. Do you own any land in Southern you want low interest rates because your credit score is in the 7s and 8s. Let's get you to a point where your taxes are down and Uncle Sam, who's not even your uncle, is not in your pocket anymore. Let's get you to a point where your debt is 0, so you got more money coming back into your household. It doesn't matter, in other words, guys, what spectrum or side of the spectrum you're on. Everybody you know needs something in this membership. The proof is in the pudding. I've been able to purchase 20 acres of land and develop, and in the process now of building my own amphitheater. The parking lot is done. The amphitheater is in my backyard. I have a lake that's got bass, brim, catfish, and crappie in the lake. I just purchased a condominium in Dubai. Why? The membership speaks volumes, and the compensation plan pays daily. Now I'm in the process of buying more real estate. Why? Because once you understand it, if God's not making any more land and you're getting paid every single day, then you can have inflation, which is something most of us hate, push your real estate portfolio through the roof. These are things I didn't know until I realized I got to start getting land in the path of growth. Now I have $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 weeks because I promote the business. I'm tired of promoting movies and restaurants and not getting paid. I promote the Wealth Club membership. The name of the company is Make Wealth Real for a reason. Now my son has a credit score that's 776 and he's 19 years old. Now he makes 4 figures per month on a residual basis. So I'm not telling everybody to do this, but we chose to forego college. Now he helps me on the 20 acres of land. He has a job at Delta and he makes 4 figures a month residually because of Make Wealth Real. He's a trust fund teenager. Hey, I want y'all to repeat after me. Live the legacy and leave the legacy. You got to do both, man. Come off me.
Live the legacy and
live the legacy, baby.
Live the legacy.
Stop trying to enjoy your life when you're gone, okay? You got to do both. Now we traveling the world, right? I just started a very, very unique club called Go See For Yourself, right? We call it GSFY. Go see for yourself. I'm launching it in a couple of months, where now we just travel the world and show people what the membership can afford you to do. Freedom, money and freedom. I'll be in Dubai next month. I'll be in Australia the month after that. It's an incredible opportunity when you got residual income coming. Done something for you. It would be the daily checks, whether the experts help you in a certain area. Raise your virtual hand. So before I show everybody how we get paid, we can show the individuals on the Zoom that are brand new that I'm not the only one. Cookie Ivory and Charles Ivory aren't the only ones. Look at these people. Oh my goodness. Let's start with one of my favorite couples. Miss Goldberg, what's up?
Hey, how are you? We doing good. We over here in Korea, living the life. But
Korea.
yeah, we doing good. So like Brian said, MWR has done a lot for us. We originally got on there, did our W-2s. My husband saw like a $600 increase. We did the bill shredder. Once we did the bill shredder, our electric bill went down, our water bill went down. We got a check from the companies because obviously we had been overpaying them, which we didn't know. Recently got approved for my DCA, so your girl would be debt-free in 2 years. So we talking about 6 student loans, some credit cards, and of course I'm doing that without adding more money. But like Brian said, my money is making money, so it feels amazing. Like, I can't say enough about this company. My mom is in it. She's gonna be debt-free in a couple of months. Like, it's crazy. My kids is in it. They saving a little $5-10 on their $100. So like, I can't say enough about this organization, like the benefits that we have seen. And we're over here in Korea still taking advantage of, the Hurdle app, getting the miles. Obviously, we be out eating. So tax deductions, we was able to move into the penthouse suite up here, or apartment in Korea. So we living good because, MWR is telling us how to make our money work. So like, life is good. I can't complain. Life is good.
I appreciate you. What time is it in Korea? Out of curiosity, what time is it over there?
It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday.
Okay, that's right. Y'all way ahead. Okay. Well, hey, it's great to see you on the Zoom. I had to holler at you first. I'm glad you guys got a great connection. And way to go to Korea. First of all, thank you for your service. Second of all, way to stay plugged in and make it happen, even though you way ahead of us. Is that cool?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Brian.
All right, appreciate you, big guy. Dr. Roselle, come off mute, man. What's going on in the DMV? Why would somebody like yourself that's had a lot of success in business, Dr. Roselle, talk to me. What has the membership done for you?
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Bean? Can you hear me okay, sir?
I'm good, man. How you feel?
Outstanding, living the best day of my life. I tell you what, this membership has all the things that I've always looked for. You asked why I would do something like this when I've had some successes. That's true, but I've also had some failures. I lost a lot because I didn't know what to do with the money. And one thing I can say is that this membership has not only paid me every single day, but it's also showed me how I can move some things around, got my DCA on the way. And that's only been a few short weeks, and we're rolling.
So you like the uninterrupted compound interest that the DCA is bringing? You feel like your future's a little bit more secure now?
Well, I don't really like the uninterrupted compound interest. I love it, and I absolutely know that I'm not going to make the same mistakes I made before and showing a bunch of folks. So, absolutely.
We all make mistakes, right? When you don't have a mentor or a person that's
where am I?
show you what to do, it's not uncommon for us to make a lot of mistakes, man. So don't feel bad. You're not in the boat by yourself. A lot of us make those mistakes. The thing is, we're not gonna keep making them. So congratulations, right? D Napoleon, you close us out if you're still there. Miss D G, come off mute.
How you doing, Brian? Can you hear me?
I can. Talk to me about the Wealth Club.
Thank you for seeing me. Awesome. I am glad that you gave nothing about. So this is a blessing in disguise. It has raised my credit score from 640, I think it was like 640 something. Now I'm at 760 something, and I'm getting so much invitations to lower my interest. I have lowered my interest in my home.
Good.
I saved over $261,000 just refinancing my home. So I love it. I've gotten my DCA, so I'm on my way. I love it.
All right, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Is it easy to tell people about it once you get those is it easy to share?
Yes, much better.
All right, I appreciate it. Go ahead.
It is much better to talk to people when you can testify on things that have happened in your life.
Right. I love it. I appreciate it. Hold on, I got some feedback. Right, real quick. All right, Miss Felicia Ray, talk to me.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
I'm doing good. How's your life coming along? You feeling good? You a month ago you were on cloud 9. You still there?
I'm still on cloud 9. Yeah, I believe it was at 25 or 30 points. Like the previous lady said, I went through the bill shredder. So my bills, I started getting credits on my bills that I didn't ask for because the experts went in, did their magic, whatever they did, and then I started getting bills with credits. So I didn't owe anything. And then I found out some of those credits were for months in advance. So that knocked out bills that hadn't even come to me yet. So that was awesome. What else? So I've been benefits of that so that I can write all of that. Beyonce, yeah.
To work. Y'all want coming in from all angles, huh?
Yes, definitely.
Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Good. All right, Deborah Johnson, you close us out. Let me know how you feel about the membership. How easy is the process? What happened to you? 30 seconds.
So it's very easy. All I did was to upload some documents regarding my credit score. My credit score improved from a 543 now at a 641. My W-2 I uploaded, I got an instant pay raise of $569 for every 2 weeks, which is $1,038. I used that money to pay down some debts. So now I am at 12K down in debt. And also, I opened my DCA account with that extra money. So now I'm able to fund that and be my own bank.
Love it. So you're just doing everything comprehensively. Now you're on the other side of the membership, which is the wealth builder side.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Way to keep up the good. Way to go. Keep up the good work. Do me a favor. Everybody, come off mute, man. Those are just a few people. Let them know how you feel. Let them know how you feel.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Tell me why you wouldn't let $149 a month help you become the bank. Like, I think about people that aren't even on the slides, like a Shirley and Trevor Thompson who just bought their dream home, right? And Anita Patton who just bought her dream home. We're going to update a lot of the slides. I think about Don Wilson who just bought 10 acres of land in Puerto Rico, just bought his wife a vacation home in Cabo San Lucas. Both credit scores are in the 800s. I could be here all day, man, but my 30 minutes is up. If I were to show you guys all the people that are getting these crazy results all in one place. Now, what are they doing? If you don't have your own testimony, look, share ours. I was talking to a guy the other day. He's like, well, let me see how my friend do first. And then I said, so let me get this straight. You're going to keep overpaying taxes while you wait on your friend. You're going to keep your credit score in the 500s while you wait on your friend. Let me see how he do first. So you're going to let the interest rates just kill you while you wait on your friend. That's like me saying, you know what? I have asthma, but I'm not going to take my inhaler until my friend tell me if the inhaler worked for you, then I'm going to see if it worked for me. But until then, I'm just going to keep my shortness of breath. It don't even make sense. How you waiting on your friend to do something when you know your current financial situation and it can change with you making a decision? Now, just remember, the owner of Kibbles and Bits doesn't eat it. Brian, what you mean? Well, he's a billionaire, but he don't have to eat dog food to help dog lovers. MWR is so confident, we got a money back guarantee. If you take our steps and you don't get the results and you show us the checklist that you did it and you didn't have a positive outcome, we'll go ahead and give you your money back. Now, here's my thing, man. Add $100 to it and make some money. I don't know if y'all noticed, but prices ain't getting no cheaper. Gas ain't getting no lower. Groceries ain't going down no time soon. Inflation is sky high because of COVID. All the money that was printed up made the value of the dollar drop, which means, guys, you need more of the same. You need more to live the same lifestyle, not more to live a better lifestyle. You need 8 times more to do better. You need double that just to stay equal. So why wouldn't you add like a fuel injection into your household? Promote the business. We get paid a lot of ways. I don't have time to go over all of them. Here's what I will tell you. We use e-commerce. We're going to use direct marketing. Like right now, we use social media. We use everything it takes to get paid 8 different ways. Customer bonuses up front. Every time somebody says, I want to be a member, you get paid $40. Sponsor bonuses. Every time somebody says, I want to join the business, you get $50. That's no big deal. I'm going to show you what it does. It starts to add up over time. How? Because everybody who joins is worth 3 points. Points represent how much you get paid every day. It starts off at $5 and it goes all the way up to $15,000 per day. Let me say this again. Can you show a video? Can you post to Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube? Can you use what we call wealth promotion parties and bring 5 to 6 people to your living room, put us on a speakerphone in the middle of your table, hop in your HDMI cord or your laptop with an HDMI cord to your TV, let us break it down, and your points continue to add up. $5 a day is even what I started with. Now I earn between $1,000 and $1,500 per day. $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 weeks, because I started with 3 people who promoted the business and I couldn't stop them. I talked to Miss Cashflow Christie, who's the first female to earn this $1 million residual ring. She took off. I talked to the Ivories, who are now building their dream home. They took off. You see, when you start telling people about the business, You can't help but the fact that they tell a whole bunch of other people about the business, and your points just add up. Let me give you guys a quick milestone. Level 2 here. Write down 12 equals 600 right here. 12 people on your team is $600 a month. Do y'all know that's all I needed to hear? And I just continued to help a bunch of people get 12 people on their teams. Now watch the change. As that happens, you'll start getting between $6,000 a month and $30,000 a month. And everywhere in between. 9,000, 12,000, 19,000. And guess what? That's one way we get paid is the daily check. I didn't tell you about the momentum bonus, anywhere from $150 to $1,500 you can make in 90 days. I didn't tell you about the other daily check where anywhere from $30 to $150 per person per day as you get paid. I just told you about the $6,000, $9,000, $12,000, $30,000 a month. But what I didn't show you was that it doesn't stop there. I didn't tell you that it goes all the way up to $45,000 a month to $450,000 a month, $15,000 per day. Do me a favor before we go. Type in the comments the different cities that y'all are from so I can see the different areas that you are going to destroy with this business. You're going to be the individual to introduce Jacksonville, to introduce Chicago, to introduce Charlotte, to introduce San Francisco, El Paso, Texas. What cities are y'all in that you know? Look, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Cherry Hill, Corbett County, Maryland, Detroit's in the building. What's up, Stephanie? I see you. Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Look at Raleigh, North Carolina, Fort Mitchell, Alabama, Chattanooga, Tennessee, right? Phoenix, Arizona, Haywood, Texas, Brooklyn, New York. Look, my thing is this, man. Somebody got to override these cities. Let's say you never make it to 15,000 a day. Can you set up I don't know, 5,000 a day? With 35,000 a month, help you get your trust fund, help you make your dreams come true? Let's say you never make 5,000 a month. I don't know, a day. With $1,000 a day, with $30,000, help anybody on the Zoom? There's nobody even at the top. 1,000 a day was the cap. Now it's 15,000 per day because of the growth and expansion. It's over 100 of you guys watching this live. Thousands of you will see this replay. All you got to do is give it the person that invited you. Let them know that you want to be the person to help override your city. Just remember this, guys. There's two kinds of people, man. You can promote the business and get paid every day, or you can just get the Wealth Club membership. Either way, you're going to win. The person on the right just says, hey, I want the experts to help me. The person on the left says, I want to get paid every single day. The difference is your decision. Some of you guys are going to say, hey, I just want to earn a living. That's cool. That's 95% of the population. 95% of the population is skeptical. 95% of the population to go to work every day. 95% of the population sees that retirement is not the way. Pensions are outdated. Don't even give them no more. 401ks have dropped and plummeted because you're banking on the stock market. Most people don't have a trust fund at all, so all of their assets end up in probate court. The lawyer ends up with 30% of it while we struggle on what's left, fighting amongst each other when our loved ones die. Most people don't have residual income, so all they do is have residual bills. They'll never catch up. Inflation is eating up your paycheck. That's 95% of the population. That's old. I know pensions not coming back. Social Security not working. They took money out my check for 25 years. And when it's my turn, they're saying it's too many people. Your Social Security won't even cover your mortgage. These are facts. Most people already see right now that healthcare is sky high, groceries are sky high, daycare is sky high, private schools is sky high, gas is sky high, and your income hadn't changed in 5 years. We are designing our life. Get with the person who invited you. I'm training tonight. I do this every Wednesday. You can write down 8:25 Eastern like clockwork. I do the overview, and then at 9:45 tonight Eastern, I'm gonna come back and show you what it is. These $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 weekly checks. How did I do it? It's a basic, simple 3-step process. Come back to this Zoom after you sign up during the break at 9:45 Eastern. You're going to sign up during the break and let the person who invited you know if you're a number 2 or a number 1. A number 2 says, I want the membership only. A number 1 says, shoot, $100 more, Brian. I want it all. Type in the chat what number you are real quick. Are you a 2 or you a 1? So the person that invited you out can see your name in the chat and already know what to do. Are you a 2 in the chat or you a 1 in the chat? All right. I see you guys in the chat. All right, we got a lot of people that are saying, hey, let's go on and promote this bad boy at the same time. So sign up during the break. You got 30 minutes. I'm coming right back to this exact same Zoom at 9:45 Eastern. My name is Brian Bean. I see you guys in the magazines. I see you in 30 minutes right here to train you on 3 steps to take you to the top. Have a good night.